going on YouTube? It's your B-Boy Brandon here, and I'm back! I know it's been a couple of months, but I've been pretty busy lately with school. While I was finishing up with school, I finally have a job now. So, and it's like, yeah, I've been pretty busy lately. So I figured since it's been a couple of months now since I've done my last Shaddoll Invoked Deck profile, I figured why not, it would be a perfect time due to the new Banlist that recently just came out, some of the new cards that I have gotten recently, and most importantly, I've gone through a lot of changes with this deck. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So starting things off, we are playing triple copies of Alistair the Invoker. Basically, he is your starter card for the deck. He's literally the best normal summon of the deck. He searches for invocation. If you're trying to play this deck, you need 3 of this card. Next up, for the Shaddoll package, we play 2 Wendy. Some people play 3, but I choose to play 2 just to keep the deck a little bit more balanced in a way. Basically, when she is used as fusion material, you get to special summon another Shaddoll monster from the deck face down. And she's really important because she can special summon Shaddoll monsters from the deck itself. Shaddolls didn't have that before, now they have this type of mechanic now. Next up, we play 2 copies of Squamata. Most people play 3 of this card, but again, 2 is better because you're trying to keep the deck a little bit more balanced. If it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, whether it's fusion material or foolish burial, you can foolish a Shaddoll card from the deck. Now, if you guys are wondering why I'm playing 2 of these, no, I'm not playing the Dogmatica version. The Dogmatica version really sucks because it locks you from special summoning monsters from the extra deck. So I don't have Ecclesia. I don't have what's that? What is that one called again? I don't remember. I'll put a picture on it here anyways when I edit the videos. Yeah, I don't have Punishment either. So yeah, I don't have any of the Dogmatica stuff in this deck. So you guys don't have to worry about that. So I am saving money, so it's not even a worry. I'm not even gonna buy the Dogmatica stuff anyways. Next, we have 2 copies of Shaddoll Hedgehog. Basically, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster from the deck. And if it's flip summoned, you can add a Shaddoll Spell Trap. Here we have his Little Mermaid, aka Nail Shaddoll Ariel. If she's flip summoned, you can special summon a Shaddoll monster from the Banish Zone, as long as you target it. And if it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can DD Crow 3 cards from either player's graveyards. Next, we play the 1 Shaddoll Beast. I used to play 2. I don't remember the last video that I did. I played 2, but we play 1 now because it's easily searchable and you can easily special summon it. For the final Shaddoll monster, we have Shaddoll Dragon, the lonely common Shaddoll Dragon. I wish I had the super version of it. Basically, what he does, if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target 1 spell trap on the field and pop it. And if it's flipped, you get to bounce a monster back to their hand. Alright, moving on to our hand traps, we play 3 Veiler for this deck. We're gonna play Ash, but I feel like Ash would be like a little bit too much, plus I am not that much of a fan of Ash Blossom and Joy Springs. And plus, a lot of people play Ash Blossom, so like, anyways, I say Effect Veiler because it's not once per turn, you can easily target their monster, and whatchamacallit, target isn't really that relevant right now, but if Otherworld Goddess is on the field, then that monster is not unaffected anymore. Next up, we play Triple Phantasme. Yes, I finally got Triple Phantasme, finally. Basically what he does is, if a Link monster is summoned, you can special summon him and draw any number of cards, plus 1, and then shuffle whatever you have left back. And then, if they target 1 of your monsters, you just discard, negate. That's basically what Phantasme does. He looks like Thanos, so call him Thanos. Hashtag Thanos Dragon. Next we have is triple artifact Lancia. Ignore the gold version of it. I couldn't find the other ultra one earlier. Basically, this card is good right now because of the most of the decks they banish from the graveyards anyways. So there's a lot of banishing decks like Tri-Brigades, Grand Maju, and I think Dogmatica, Shaddoll Mech Knight, Invoke, whatever that deck is. That deck, those decks like that, they banish a lot. So Artifact Lancia is really good right now. So I recommend playing Artifact Lancia for this type of format. Lastly, for the monsters, we play one Pankratops because Pankratops. It goes well with any deck, and it's a 26k beater, whatever. Anyways, and it pops cards, so yeah. That's enough for the monsters. We're gonna go on to the spell and traps now. Okay, so for the spell and traps, we play Triple Meltdown. Triple Meltdown helps you search for Alistair the Invoker, my son. I play Terraforming because it searches Magical Meltdown. Most people don't play it anymore because of Joel and Lockbird. Well, guess what? I don't fear Joel and Lockbird. Joel and Lockbird can suck it. How about that? Anyways, next up we play Invocation, triple copies of it. Some people play 2. I prefer 3 because it's an amazing card. It's searchable. And on top of that, you need more fusion cards like this one. You're playing a lot of fusion spells for this deck, but you don't want to overdo it, you know? Plus, Invocation fits perfect for the deck. Next up, we play triple copies of Super Polymerization. Ignore the different rarities. I just like having different rarities of certain cards and certain decks. So, Super Poly, you cannot respond to this card. It's basically a card that you can just steal your monsters, that you can steal your opponent's monsters, and they can't do anything about it. So, yeah. And it's not once per turn, so, yeah. Triple Shaddoll Fusion. Shaddoll Fusion is the best card in the deck right now. So basically, if your opponent controls an extra deck monster, which most of the cases they do, you can use this card to fusion summon with your deck. Use fusion materials from your deck. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's basically what the card does. Just summon a Shaddoll Fusion monster just by having them control an extra deck monster. And you can use them from the deck. Anyways, Shaddoll Fusion, my bad. I haven't done videos for a couple months, so forgive me if I mess up. Shaddoll Fusion, it basically does the same thing, except that it's a quick effect, and it doesn't use materials from the deck. And you can actually use this card during your opponent's turn, so yeah. A tech card that I decided to add in the deck is Spellbook of Knowledge. I saw a deck profile that used this type of method, and it actually does quite work with the deck. So I actually prefer this than the Dragoon package. Next up, we play one Shaddoll Schism, the best card of the deck. It's searchable. You could revive it back. And on top of that, during your opponent's turn, or during either player's main phase, you can fusion summon one Shaddoll monster from the extra deck by using materials from your field or graveyard, as long as you banish them. It's literally Miracle Fusion for the deck. Miracle Fusion for Shaddolls, except that it's a trap card and it's continuous, so yay. And last but not least, we have Shaddoll Incarnation. Shaddoll Incarnation, basically, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it, and then flip summon a Shaddoll monster face up or face down, doesn't matter. And if you set it on your field, you can Monster Reborn a Shaddoll monster that's in the graveyard, face up or face down. Alrighty then, so that is it for the main deck. Let's go on with the extra deck to round things up. So to round things up, we play 2 copies of Shaddoll Wendy, or Winda, my bad. So basically, when she's on the field, neither of us can only special summon one time. We can only special summon one time, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And all of the Shaddoll monsters have this effect, especially the fusion ones. if they are sent to the graveyard, whether if it's by Extra Foolish Burial or whatever the case is, they can target a Shaddoll spell trap in your graveyard and revive it back to your hand, basically. So Winda, literally the best card in your deck. If you're not playing this card in your Shaddoll deck, what are you doing? Next up we have 2 copies of Construct. I feel like Construct is like one of the key cards of the deck. So it's like, I feel like this would be like your backup card for the deck. Anyways, so when it's summoned, you can Foolish a Shaddoll card from the deck. It could even be a trap card, it don't matter. And for the last effect, it's the same thing as Winda, as all the other Shaddoll monsters. You just bring it back to your hand and get sent to the graveyard. Next up we play Shikanaga. Tri-Brigade is a thing, so, and most of them do play Earths. I'm not sure if I want to keep this card anymore due to the fact that Zodiac is technically dead right now. So yeah, I'm thinking of actually changing Shikanaga from the deck. But at the same time, it's a 3k defender. And last but not least for the Shaddoll monsters, we play the 1 copy of Apkallone. Apkallone is really good for the deck. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll card from the deck or graveyard and discard 1 card. And if it's special summoned, if it's special summoned, you can effect Veiler a card, basically. Alright, now for my invoked cards, my invoked fusion monsters. These are my tech options. You guys can literally play whatever you want. So I play 1 Makaba, most people play 2, but I play 1 because I only own 1. And whatchamacallit, it's really good. It negates, as long as you discard a certain card, whether it's a spell, trap, or monster. Next up we play 1 Purgatrio. If your opponent controls a lot of cards, it gives it an extra 200 attack boost. So if they control like 3 monsters, this card would be a 29 beat stick, actually. Yeah, so it's really good. It does piercing and it can attack as many monsters on the field. So yeah, I love this card, and you can easily summon it. We don't even need to add Ash Blossom to the deck because your opponent has Ash Blossom. Most decks out there, they play Ash Blossom. There is no other deck that plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Without Ash Blossom. Name me a deck that can play without Ash Blossom, and then I will comment back on your comments. Alright, so now, next up we play Rajin. Rajin is good now because there's a lot of wind monsters right now. I don't know if Bird Up is still a thing. I can't really speak right now. Tri-Brigade, some of the cards are wind. Appaloosa's a wind. Most of the Tri-Brigade stuff, I believe, are winds. Anyways, enough about that. I like this card. You Book of Moon any monster you want. Next we play Invoked Agoides. Basically, if it's summoned, you get to destroy a card on the field, and yes, it's targeted. And you can also banish a fusion monster, and it gains the same amount of attack equal to the number of cards banished. Anyways, what else? Next up, for our other Super Poly targets, we play Starting Venom Fusion Dragon and Draco Stapelia. Those are the only 2 Super Poly targets that I play. But other than that, we use the Shaddoll bots. Most of the deck is basically based on Super Poly targets. Now for the Link monsters, we only play 3. Repeat, 3 Link monsters to the deck. So we play the 1 Artemis. Yes, we actually have Artemis right now. I don't know if I actually showed Artemis in the last video, but here it is. We got Artemis already. Cool. Basically, we're just using her as material for lights. Next up we have Gravity Controller. If we open up with just Construct and just send this to the graveyard, we're basically good to go and have our window for our opponent's turn. And finally, we have Alistair the Invoker of Madness. Most people don't play this card anymore. I don't know why. Basically, if a fusion monster is summoned, you can discard a card and add Invocation or Book of Law. So I might switch them out with Crowley. I don't know if I should. But anyways, you guys leave your comments down below. With that being said, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and also leave a comments down below on what you guys think of my deck, my new and improved Shaddoll deck. Do you think I should add some more hand traps? What do you guys think? If you want another deck profile, just give me 5 likes and I'll do it. Anyways, that being said, B-Boy out.